Hi there, and welcome to Robbie Makes Things. Today I thought I would try to make my favorite called chicken paprikash, which is a Hungarian dish that's quite common. It's kind of like a chicken stew made with paprika. As you can see, I've got my Hungarian paprika there. I use the sweet, you can use the hot, it's up to you. So the ingredients are a full chicken cut up, but I'm going to do half of that today because it's only me, so I'm not going to make a big batch. Fresh parsley, a whole clove of, a whole thing of garlic peeled. I add extra because I love garlic. A tomato, an onion, and you can use a green pepper or the yellow pepper, sea salt, olive oil, chicken stock, paprika, and pepper. And that's going to be the main ingredients. So I'm going to get cutting this up and I'll come back. Okay, so we're back and I am going to put in the olive oil. Just a nice generous amount. I'm going to turn on the gas. I'm going to heat that up, and I'm just using kind of a larger saucepan, more for soups. And yeah, so I've cut up my garlic, I've got my pepper and my tomato under there, and as soon as that warms up, I'm going to throw in the, I'm going to try one-handed. And I'm going to turn that down. Now it was on high, but I'm going to just turn it down slightly. I still want it quite warm. I'm going to get these to lovely soft consistency. And we'll let that cook on medium-high for a few more minutes until they're soft and sweet. Okay, so the onions are now nice and golden and soft and sweet. So I'm going to remove that from the heat for a second. And I'm going to now put in 3 tablespoons of the paprika, but I roughly just gauge it because I know how much I like. I like quite a bit. 1, 2, 3, maybe a little for extra. And then you're gonna slowly stir that in. That's my puppy there. Joey has to come see what I'm cooking. Okay, so now it's all incorporated into the onion. We're going to put that back on medium height, and we're going to add in the chicken. Okay, and then I'm going to add in all the garlic, the pepper, and the tomato. Kind of push that down. Get it all nice. I'm also going to add in a little bit of chili pepper. Just a few. I don't want it too hot. I'm also at this time going to salt and pepper it. And then I'm going to add in the chicken broth just to cover. Now some people just use water, but I find this adds just a bit more of a flavorful broth. And that is almost a 946 milliliter container of chicken broth. And I like a little because I use the whole thing because I honestly love the flavor of this broth and like the extra to sop up with some good sourdough bread. So we're gonna put that on, bring that to a boil, give it a little stir. Mix that stuff in. Just get everything covered. So I'm going to cover now with a lid, and once that comes, I'm going to turn it down now actually, now that that's been heated back up to a medium low, and I'm going to cook that for 1 hour. So it's been an hour, and I am going to take off the lid here. Put that over there. And it's looking delicious. I'm going to give it a good stir. And it's still quite like too thin of a broth. So I'm just going to leave off the lid now and continue to cook it on, I had to turn it down because it was getting a little too hot, so it's on a very low, medium high, medium low, and I'm just gonna let that evaporate a bit while I cook my noodles. So I've got water with salt and olive oil starting to boil, and I am going to be using no yolk, cholesterol-free egg white noodles. Normally you would use a thing called nokedli. That's a homemade type of pasta made from flour and eggs and water and a little oil. But it's very time consuming and messy, and since it's only me, I'm just going to use those noodles because they're very similar to nokedli actually. So I'm going to let that cook down. You can even, now it looks like the chicken is probably done, so I think I'm actually going to take out the chicken, and I can continue to let this broth cook down slightly, and as it does that, it will start to thicken as well. And wait for my noodles to come to a boil. I'll drain those and we'll be back. So I think this has boiled down enough that it's looking quite delicious, and the flavor is yum. Oh, if you could smell it in here. Oh, it's really good. Okay, so the next thing I'm gonna do is I've rationed out some chicken and some noodles, and I'm gonna put some sauce over that. Beautiful, yummy sauce. Hopefully get some of that tomato in there. I like a lot of broth because I'm gonna sop that up with some sourdough bread, which I have right here. Just look at that, yummy. So here's my sourdough bread. And I am now going to put some fresh chopped parsley over top for some added flavor. And of course, let's not forget that we need a dollop or two of fresh sour cream. Just add to that beautiful sauce. And there you have it. Chicken paprikash. Thanks for watching. If you liked it and you tried the recipe, let me know. And also hit like and subscribe to my channel if you like to see more of things that I do around my home. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.